friends at home. In this video, I will be going over this My Focus Book page with you. It's for language arts today, and when you look at it, you might be saying, hang on a minute, why are some of these words upside down and sideways? And I'll explain all that as we get to it. Before I jump in and get started on this, though, I want to talk to you a little bit about our sound pattern this week. As we know, in our language, we have 26 letters, and each letter makes a sound. But we have many more than 26 sounds. And sometimes we take 2 or 3 of our letters and put them together to create new sounds. The sound that we are learning about this week is the ow sound. Like you stub your toe and you say ow. And there are a couple different ways that we can make that ow sound. One of the ways is with the OW, and you probably noticed that when you did your spelling pretest today, or if you got onto Vocabulary Spelling City and practiced with this week's spelling words. And another way to make that ow sound is by using this OU, ow. So what you're going to do on this page, friends, the first thing I do is always the same. I take out my pencil and write down my name. Now you might be looking at this and saying, where does she want my name? Excellent question. Do you see here, boys and girls, where it says My Focus Book? I can read real words, OU. On that page, that's going to become the front of our book. That is where I want your name. So down here, there's this space. That is where you can put your name. So if you're at home right now, you should have this in front of you, and you should be putting your name right on the front. And if you are here in the classroom, as soon as you get your page, that is where you will put your name, okay? So essentially what this is 1, 2, 3, 4 separate activities that you will be doing, and this is the only activity that you'll be doing for language arts today. Sometimes I'll have 2 different pages for language arts, but because this has 4 activities in one, you'll only be doing this, so you can take your time and do your best work on it, okay? So in this first box here where it says My Focus Book, I can read real words, OU. It says read each word and only color the real OU words. So you have to read the words. And don't just go through and color any OU words, because if you just color all the OU words, you didn't follow directions. It says only color the real OU words. So you have to read them and you have to ask yourself, is this a real life word? Or is this a make-believe made-up word? So I'm going to work with you on this first column here. We'll go through these ones together, and then you will do the rest of them on your own. So you can color any color you want. I'm going to do purple because I'm in a purple mood. But you'll take out a color, and you can do multiple colors too, as long as you color all the real ow or OU words, okay? So let's take a look here at this first word, and anytime you're sounding out a word that you don't know by heart, anytime you look at a new word and you think, I'm not sure what this word is, you need to look at the word and you need to think about what you already know, okay? So in this first word, I already know that when I see SH together, they make a certain sound. Raise your hand if you know when you see SH together what sound it makes. Isaac? Shh, like be quiet, right? Shh. So when I see this SH, I'll say shh. Now, Lily, we're learning this week that the OU together make what sound? Ow, like I just stubbed my toe, right? Ow. So now, Lily, I have shh, ow. And then the last sound I have here is the T. Lily, what sound does a T make? T. So if I look at this word and I think about what I know that it says shh, ow, t, shh, out. What word is that, Lily? Shout. Now, is shout a real word? Yes. Something I don't like to do, but shout is like when we yell. So I am going to color this first word, shout, because that is a real ow word, okay? And now we'll go down to the next box, okay? And again, when I'm sounding out words, I think about what I know, okay? I know that the C can either make the hard C or it can make the soft C. So this is either going to make the K or the S sound, okay? So that's my first sound. Now, Ava June, I know that my OU together make what sound? Connor, you need to close your desk. She can't see the board because you're inside your desk. Ow, good job. So I either have C or K. So K or S. Ow. And then what is this last? So boys and girls, is our a word? No. What about our? Now you're probably thinking, ooh, sour, that's a real word, right? Like if something's very bitter or sweet, it's sour. But that word sour starts with an S. So it's not the word sour. So is this a real word? No. So are we going to color this our or our with a C? No, we're going to leave that one alone. Okay? Let's look down at this next one. Chase, what sound does this letter make? Oh, good job. And Victoria, when I put the OU together, what sound do they make? Ow. And Landon, what sound does this letter make? Okay, it's a D. So I have O, ow, d. O, owd, loud. So what word do I have here, Beckett? Loud. Boys and girls, is loud a real word? Yes, and in this case it is spelled correctly. So I'm going to color the word loud. Now you are going to go through the rest of these, friends, and you are going to decide, how do I sound it out? Say the sounds. Is it a real word? Color it. Is it not a real word? Leave it white. Okay? Now we can look at this side. And if you forget what to do on these, if you're like, oh man, I know she said what to do, but I don't remember, each of these little pencils or crayons tells you what to do. So just read the directions again, okay? So this one says, write a sentence using some ow words. So you're going to use these words and you're going to write a sentence. Remember what we know about sentences. They have to begin with an uppercase letter. There should be spaces between the words. It should be your best handwriting. There should be an end mark at the end, and it has to make sense. Don't just write shout, mouse, house, loud, count. That doesn't make sense. But you could say the loud mouse stood at the front of the room and shouted in the house. You don't have to use all the words, but it says use some. Okay, so write a really nice sentence using some of those words. Then you'll flip it over, and we have two more sides here. This one, right next to the book, it says read the short story and highlight the OU words. You guys know what highlight means? It means color over them, okay? But so that we can see them. So I'm going to use yellow because yellow is a good highlight color, and you can use yellow crayon or colored pencil or marker. And anytime I see an OU word, I'm going to highlight it. So it says read it 3 times and color in a star after each reading. So I'll read it once. The mouse, oop, there's an OU word, was in the house. Oh, there's an OU word. I see a mouse. Oh, there's another one. I shout. So I'm not going to do the whole thing because I don't want to give you all the answers, but do you see how as I read, I'm highlighting those ow words? And when you get done reading it all the way through, color a star. And then read it again. The mouse was in the house. I see a mouse, I shout. The mouse ran under the couch. And read the whole thing and then color a star. And then read it again. So 3 times. Why do you think I want you to read it 3 times? Mrs. Bragg, that's silly. I read it once. I know what it says. Why would I read it 2 more times? Mateo? Make sure you got them all. And because practice makes perfect. Did you know that studies show that kids who read and read and read and repetitively read again and again and again do far better in high school and college than kids who don't. So practice your reading. And then this last part says, I can write OU words. It says, Rainbow, write the OU words. So you can use all different colors and practice writing couch, pound, ground, and snout. So if you're rainbow writing, you can go in rainbow order. There's a couple different ways you can rainbow write, and I will show you those now. One way to rainbow write is just to write in rainbow order. So you can write C, O, U, C, H. And you see how I wrote those in rainbow order. Another way to rainbow write is if you write the whole word in red, P-O-U-N-D, and then you go over it in orange, P-O-U-N-D, and then you go over it in yellow, P-O-U-N-D, green, P-O-U-N-D, it almost starts to look 3D, blue, P-O-U-N-D, what word am I writing again and again, by the way? Pound, P-O-U-N-D. So that's another way that you can rainbow write. Either one of these is correct. Okay? You can see it looks up close. It looks like rainbow. See, it almost looks 3D. So write the words in rainbow writing. When you are all finished with all 4 parts, here's where it gets fun. You're going to fold this paper 2 times. The first way you're going to fold it is like a hot dog bun. Imagine that this is your paper and you want to eat a hot dog or a taco. So you want to do it the long way. You don't want to do it the fat way like this. That's the hamburger way. You want to fold it like a hot dog bun, long and skinny. Now, before you go, I can't fold, Mrs. Bragg. Don't get frustrated. Here's what we do. You have 2 corners on this side of your paper, and you have 2 corners on this side of your paper. All I want you to do is take your paper and take this one first and match up the 2 corners, okay? Once you get those 2 corners matched up, put a finger on it. Hold them in place, okay? Then you're going to match up the other 2 corners like this. Once you get the other 2 corners matched up, put a finger on it. Now I have a finger on both of my corners. Then I'm going to take my arms and my hands and I'm going to flatten the rest of this paper like this. And there's my hot dog fold. Now my paper looks like a hot dog bun, see? And then the last thing you're going to do is fold it like a hamburger. Now, you want this to be the cover of your book because it says My Focus Book and it has your name on it. So you're going to turn it so that when you fold it, and you match up those corners, match them up, and mash. Now you have this cute little My Focus Book. I can read words with OU, and then all of your work is in a nice book. Okay? So everyone understands what they're doing on this page? Yes. Friends at home, keep practicing sounding out those OW words, and I look forward to seeing this picture. Now, if you're at home and you're uploading your picture of this, if you just want to upload it like this as one picture, that way you don't have to take 4 different pictures, you can go ahead and do that. Mrs. Hatkoff and I will be able to figure it out. Okay? But make sure you fold it up when you're done so you have this nice little book to take home and practice reading those OW words. See you later, friends at home. Bye.